Hi, everybody. This is Leo Pusateri checking in from beautiful Buffalo with an update on the sabbatical experience. As we affectionately say, the next big project is you. And I'm really thrilled today to have one of my dearest friends in the world, Lainey Tyler, joining me here. I've known Lainey for a good dozen years. We met when Lainey was the head of strategy for BMO Nesbitt Burns, in charge of wealth strategy and mandates and helping advisors to take their business to the next level. And Lainey's been by my side for many years now. And it's interesting, Lainey, I just wanted to get your thoughts here. You were been very instrumental in the launch of our beta program a couple years ago. You came out to Arizona helping us plan for our new launch this coming November. And I just wanted to talk to you, what intrigued you? You came out, you were able to integrate all this phenomenal thinking into the program. What were some of the underlying thoughts that really drove your interest around this project?
I think when you first told me about this, Leo, I'd just come off a 2-year kind of break sabbatical myself. And I remember coming back and touching base with you and you telling me what it was that you were going to do with the sabbatical. And I was just so excited because I'd had an introspective time myself when we'd been traveling. And I'd seen that I wanted to do something different in the world too. I wanted to bring a different kind of level of mindfulness, of awareness, of consciousness into the world as I knew it. And in essence, what you told me that you wanted to do was the exact same thing. You wanted to take your business to a different level. And it was perfect at that point. I just thought, I need to help you do this in whatever way I can. I need to watch you bring this to fruition. And the fact that you are, and the fact that we did the beta is just like incredible to me. I'm just so excited for what you're doing here with the program.
I can remember rewinding the clock when you took a sabbatical from your position. Then when you left and you traveled around the world, literally took a year of a real sabbatical, visiting countries, engaging with people from all over the world. One of the words you just mentioned was mindfulness. And we got 7 elements of this program, ranging from living a life of significance and no regrets, abundance, gratitude, perspective, being your best, living your legacy, with this theme of mindfulness, which you are a student of the game big time, and you live this. Knowing that, what should participants expect from your perspective once they come out to the program in Arizona?
I think the program that they're going to see with you and the faculty that you'll have with you is really more of an introspection into their life. I mean, we've all been very successful. We've all had families. We've achieved different things in our lives, whether that's business, whether it's in our communities. And I think a lot of the time we spend doing things, really, we think it's for ourselves, but we're doing a lot of things for other people. And I think what people are going to see, and I believe what they're going to see when they come, is really more of an introspection. And I refer to it as you're actually going to turn the mirror on yourself. You're going to look in the mirror, see who you are, flip the lens around, and ask yourself the questions that you've come up with. And really look at, what does it mean to you? Not necessarily what does it mean to you being a husband or a wife or a brother or a sister or a community member, but how do you look at it, what it is that you're going to do? And then the interaction that you have in all aspects of your life, where do you go with that? And the mindful word is, are you walking into it mindfully? Are you aware of those interactions that you're going to have? And I think the way that you've structured the program is so good for that, is for people looking and they're going to be introspective. So I think when people come to the program, you've built this lovely bridge in the way that people are used to going into programs and learning, but you're actually turning it around on themselves. So I would just encourage everyone who comes to really be open to a different way of thinking, because that's what you're going to bring to them. It's a different way of looking at their life.
What I loved about your coaching to me, Lainey, in the integration of mindfulness around those 7 areas, it's one thing to talk about living a life of significance or life of no regrets, for instance, but being more aware, being more present, extending our curiosity, slowing down, right? There's some things I know you've been working with me on as a friend from those dinners and strategy sessions we've had over the years, and a lot of this is being integrated into the program, so I thank you for that. One of my other questions was, you witnessed many participants from all walks of life that came into that first program that we did. What examples or stories still resonate with you today that you think back on that just say, man, I remember this that happened, or these things still stick in my mind when we did that program?
When people walked into the room, it was, you watched people find where they were going to sit. And then as, find their space, feel their comfort level in the room. But as the program opened up and as you went through the program, what I saw with the people was like the guards dropped a little bit. The way that the questions are posed, the introspective way that we're asking these questions was really just watching people relax into, this is okay, I can go into this space. And then we did breakout sessions, and when you watched people sit down and work together and using some of the very thoughtful questions that you have for the breakout sessions, and watching them talk to one another, watching the connections that were made, watching the energy and how they were there for each other. And really, I don't think many people ask themselves these questions. So when they actually verbalize them to the people that they've made these amazing connections with, something happens and they go a little deeper with it. Because you might have thought that before, but until you actually verbalize it, it doesn't resonate the same way. So then what I saw, and we had a lovely setting. We were sitting outside overlooking the golf course, and I was actually just watching some of these people and watching their energy build off each other. And the energy that built actually opened them up more and more, and they went deeper and deeper into the inquiry of the questions. So there was also, and we've spoken about this in the past, some amazing coaching going on with each other, sharing life experiences and what happened there. And to me, it was a really magical thing to watch unfold over the few days we were together.
Yeah, that's the one key thing that stood out to me. And talking to people that are asking me, tell me about the experience. What's it feel like? And I said, imagine being there with 20 like-minded people, where you're going to be engaged yourself in coaching each other and learning from each other. It's not just listening to me or members of our faculty and coaching team, but the great coaching comes from the participants. It's just mind-boggling to see this thing come together in a really cool way. What I loved, I can remember standing with you when we had the 4 breakout groups. And if you remember, we're blowing this whistle and trying to get people back in the program, and people were raising their hands. No, Leah, we need like 5 more minutes, or we need some more time. And I think we looked at each other and smiled and said, this is really working. It's really cool to see people, as we said, from all over North America engaged in talking to each other and didn't want to come back into the classroom because they were getting so much out of the small group discussions with each other. So, listen, you've been kind today. I have just one other question. If somebody were to call you and say, Laney, in your own words, you know Leo well, you know the sabbatical program, you've been by his side in developing this, you were an integral part of the faculty and part of the design team to take this to the next level. How do you describe the experience in your own words, the real value for someone to come and to begin the coaching associated with the program itself?
I think when I look at this, the real value for me is we don't necessarily take the time. I mean, I did, and you've been doing this too, but not everybody takes the time to look at actually themselves, right? To turn that lens on themselves. And to do that, you mentioned just now, sometimes, it's slowing down, it's being more aware, it's asking those questions that you always wanted to ask yourself, but you might not have indulged in the time to do it. So when you actually start to ask those questions and you start to pause and you take some time for that, you're actually improving, and increasing how you're going to show up in the world. So it really is an introspection of these are the things I think that are buried in all of us that we really want to do. And sometimes life is moving so fast that we don't have the time to do it. And this, to me, is not only the program that's going to happen in Scottsdale, but also the ongoing coaching that you'll have with the faculty members. I think this is actually going to continue to open up. I refer to what you're doing, Leo, as you're planting seeds, and each of those questions is a seed, and you're gonna bring those up when you're in Scottsdale, and that question is going to be asked, and it's almost like it's germinating, it's sprouting. And during the coaching sessions, you're going to dig deeper into that. You're going to become more aware of what that really means to you, and the faculty is going to help you with that. And you're going to end up with this lovely bunch of beautiful flowers that you're going to bloom together. And it's just like, it's you. It's the value of you that we don't necessarily take the time to look at in our life. So I think it's actually going to round people's lives out. It's going to impact all aspects of their life. I know for me personally that this has happened. So it's your business life, your personal life, your community, your interactions with nature, with the things you love to do, whether that's golfing, sports, whatever it is. It's just, you'll enrich your life by investing the time in you.
Yeah. Well, the next big project is you. And I thank you for helping me to take this program to the next level. Thank you, Lainey, so much for your time, your friendship. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm just so honored that we have this friendship, Leo.
Thank you.